The first time I saw her, I thought the desert sun was playing tricks on me. A girl, easily 8 feet tall, collapsed beside a dried-up riverbed, her breath shallow, her skin burning with fever. And in that moment something in me snapped, a mix of fear, awe, and an overpowering instinct to help. I didn't know who she was. I didn't know what dangers might follow. All I knew was that I couldn't let her die there. Before we continue this powerful story, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Power of Kindness, where every story reminds us that kindness still matters. I carried her water, shade, anything I could find. Her size made her look invincible, but up close, she was just a terrified teen fighting for breath. She whispered one word before passing out, "Help," and that was enough. I got her into my truck, don't ask me how. Adrenaline is a strange thing, and drove her home, since the nearest clinic was nearly 2 hours away. All night I cooled her fever with wet cloths and spooned water into her mouth. She barely woke, but when she did, her eyes, bright amber, ancient, watched me like she was trying to understand why a stranger cared. By sunrise, she was strong enough to sit up. She said her name was Akalani, a guardian in training from a hidden Apache settlement deep in the mesas. She had wandered too far during a solitary rite, gotten lost and collapsed from heatstroke. I told her she was safe. She only nodded, then slipped out before I could even offer breakfast. Honestly, I thought that was the end of it. But the next morning, my entire front yard shook with footsteps. 3 Apache chiefs, towering like living mountains, were standing at my porch, their shadows swallowing half the house. Neighbors peeked through blinds. Birds stopped singing, and my heart nearly crawled out of my throat. The eldest chief stepped forward. His voice rolled like distant thunder. "Bull, you saved Akalani. That means you saved our future." I tried to brush it off, saying anybody would have done the same. But he shook his head. "You know, many see difference and turn away. You saw someone in need." Then came the twist I never expected. They weren't there to thank me. They were there to offer me a place among them, a bond of trust rarely given to outsiders. They said Akalani had woken at dawn and declared, "I had the spirit of one who protects without being asked." In their traditions, that meant I was now under their guardianship, and they were under mine. I didn't know what to say. Be just an ordinary person with a dusty pickup truck and a tiny house, being honored by an ancient tribe in a way. I barely understood. But then Akalani stepped forward. Her tall frame bent so she could look at me eye to eye. "You didn't see a giant," she said softly. "You saw a girl who needed a friend." That hit me harder than the desert sun ever could. In the end, I didn't join their tribe or move into the mesas. But something far more lasting happened. They visited often, shared stories, taught me traditions of care, respect, and balance. And I shared meals, tools, small kindnesses, human things we don't realize matter until someone tells us they changed everything. Sometimes the greatest bridges are built from moments that look small from the outside. A cup of water, a cool cloth, a single decision to stop and help. And if there's anything I learned from Akalani and her chiefs, it's this. Kindness isn't measured by size. It's measured by courage. The courage to care when you don't have to. And that kind of courage can change whole worlds.